This is the way the world ends.
I want everyone to think about what are the best Paper Mario games. Oh god, no. So you most likely thought of these two, right?
No.
Super Paper Mario and Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door are both great examples of what a Paper Mario game is all about. You got a unique and memorable story, interesting characters, and gameplay that's both simple and cunning without being a complete fucking mess. What if I told you that there was once a fan game called Epic Paper Mario, which would have been a mixture of both the 2D gameplay of Super while also having the RPG combat of The Thousand Year Door? This was actually developed back in 2015 by a small developing group known as ICU Gigasoft. More specifically, their U division. Epic Paper Mario would have been a full fan game with 3 new partners and a much more unique story compared to the Snore Fest that was Sticker Star. The game was certainly promising, with about 4 to 5 chapters at least, and about 10 hours of gameplay? Wow! However, the game's gamejolt page was taken down back in 2018, and since then, the team hasn't said anything in over 2 years. So, oh, sorry, wrong show. So what happened? Well, it's pretty obvious to say that Nintendo did all this, considering they actually took down ICU's games in the past, during the infamous gamejolt fangame purge of 2016, which deleted and took down over 500 fangames. What the fuck? The only things that survived were some screenshots, footage, and a single demo. And so, let us uncover all the little things that were shared throughout this game's development, starting with this demo. Let's begin. Released back in June of 2017, the first demo of Epic Paper Mario had the first prologue and a little bit of chapter 1. The prologue has Mario heading into Arksar Temple to save a missing Captain Toad. After exploring a bit and getting a feel of the combat, you find a key that frees Captain Toad, which then adds him to your party. His attack involves throwing randomized junk that varies on strength, and also has the ability to sell items to Mario outside battles. He's alright, nothing too interesting, and thankfully he doesn't stay for too long. He leaves the party just before the first boss fight with the Arksar dragon. God, I really hope I'm saying that right. Like I said before, the combat is exactly like TTYD. You can do attack commands, block attacks, and use items. Looking at old developer footage, the audience system from TTYD was also going to be in this game, but for some reason, it's not in this demo. And it's even more confusing to know that there's still stylish moves, which for those of you who haven't played Thousand Year Door yet, you do stylish moves to gain audience cheers during battle. Although because there's no audience in this demo, it's pretty much just useless. Anyway, you fight the dragon for a bit until this new character interrupts you. His name is Toadson, an old warrior who commands the Fangaros. He saves Mario and flawlessly defeats the dragon with some pretty funny dialogue actually. They receive this weird star artifact and goes fucking crazy and stupid and releases the most evil thing in the universe, the game's title! The next scene begins in a news interview with Toadson himself. He shit-talks Mario for a bit, which, who wouldn't? It then transitions to both brothers watching the show on the telly. Mario's house is much smaller compared to the first 3 games. The outside looks completely different also, but at least it says Luigi this time. There are some pretty cute references too, like Mario and Luigi's mugs, this MS Paint drawing, and this map that I have no idea what it is. After this little fight that happened outside the house, Toadiko joins your party after you agree to take her to the Mushroom Kingdom. She's a young warrior who dreams to join the Fangaros one day, so that's cool. She doesn't really say that much in the demo, so I wasn't too sure what to think about her, to be honest. You explore One-Way for a bit, both above and underground. I guess I should also mention the music. It was made by Owen Mayer, who did a pretty good job, especially the battle theme. There's also some badges and items just like the first two games. There's only a couple though, but they do the work. You actually get one badge from fighting this big piranha plant boss, which was a breeze, trust me. After entering the Mushroom Kingdom and getting an extreme case of brain damage from reading two things at once, Todico thanks us and we proceed to take her to see... What? I guess that's the demo. It's pretty short, but it does a good job at giving you a slight sample of what the game would be if it didn't get cancelled. Oh well. Well, now's a good time to share all the little development notes and clips that I found about the project. Let's start with partners. Not counting Captain Toad, you only really get to see one partner in the demo, and that's Todico. There were two other partners planned for the game called Booler and Shyla.
Shala?
There's some concept art and footage of Booler, but not Shyla, sadly. Booler is described as a laid-back young Boo who's famous for hockey. Or hooky. Hooky? Or hockey? I'm gonna say hooky. Shyla is described as a female jungle guy who was banished by her tribe but now needs to save them with the help of Mario. Like I said, there's zero footage or even pictures of her, so gonna have to take my word for it. As I mentioned before, badges return, and all the ones from TTYD would have been in this game. There was even a thread on their forums that gave everyone the chance to request their own ideas for items and badges, which was pretty cool. There was also a contest for submitting your own custom toads. Some of them were interesting, but let's move on to special suits. Taken from 7 Sages, Epic Paper Mario would have special power-up suits that would give special abilities both in battle and in the field, effectively replacing the boot and hammer upgrades from the first 2 games. The only ones in development I could find were the hammer, frost, and alloy suits. The hammer suit would have given you increased strength and also the ability to break stone blocks. The frost suit would have allowed you to walk on water and also double jump. Last but not least, there's also the alloy suit, which would have given you increased defense and also the ability to weigh down platforms while also being invincible to spikes. I guess the last big thing I haven't talked about is the Tower of Infinite Trials. It's much more similar to the Pit of 100 Trials, except it goes on forever until you die, and you don't have any of your badges or partners, so you have to use anything and anyone you find on each floor. I like the concept, and I really wish I had a chance to play it. Sadly though, it never got released.
What?
There's surprisingly a lot about the game that was never released, so I'm really curious how much the developers actually got done, and also if they still have everything after 3 years. We'll probably never know what happened to this fangame. The gamejolt page got taken down, the forums are basically dead, and their YouTube hasn't posted a video since 2017. Their Twitter also hasn't posted a single game update since 2018. At the time of this recording, I have not yet received a reply on Twitter. So it's safe to assume that Epic Paper Mario and ICU Gigasoft as a whole are no longer a thing. If anybody has any way of contacting them, please let them know that I hope they're doing fine right now. I would love to interview you guys and maybe get to know you more.
What?
Whoa, hold up, not in that way, just as friends. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go play that new Paper Mario game that I heard is really fucking good. No, not that shit, this shit. Oh, hell yeah.